हेलो बच्चों, आई एम बैक अगेन with our task of studying or introducing economics to you. As you know, this is our fourth unit that we are continuing today. In the past three units, one by one, I tried to explain you the meaning and essence of this science. I would like to take you back in the last class where we studied the three fundamentals of economics. I have mentioned it here because we will continue from there only. Human needs are unlimited or infinite. Resources with which we fulfill our needs are limited, and limited resources have alternate uses. Due to these three reasons, what we need to do? We need to make choices. And we make choices because we have to face these kind of situations. And I had told you earlier that it is universal. Each and every individual and each and every economy has to face these problems. So, problem of choice becomes almost universal. Everybody has to face. If we further move into the problem of choice, then I must tell you here that problem of choice is to use our limited resource into the best possible way so that we can satisfy most of our needs. I said most of our needs because by no means we will be able to satisfy all our needs with this situation. And what is this situation? Situation of limited resource and unlimited wants. This problem of choice is actually how do an individual, how do an economy put its resources in the best possible way so that most of the needs of people or economy can be satisfied. That actually is called central problem. You can see here the problem concerning the allocation of the scarce resources to different uses is called central problem or economic problem. This is the central problem and economic problem. Now, why this problem has originated, we all know. But there is another aspect in this, another aspect related to this very problem, and that is we don't only have to make choices regarding central problem. I have been telling you regarding central problem of what, how, and for whom. We will do today that also. But we also need to ensure how these resources can be put to best possible use. This aspect, when economics deal this aspect, it is called the central problem or the economic problem, which is a universal problem. Again, I repeat, which is a universal problem to each and every economy, whether they are developed or developing. This central problem is of three categories, or rather, I should tell you that three central problems we need to face. First is what to produce. Second is how to produce. And third is for whom to produce. One by one, let us discuss what sort of decision making is there, or what kind of problem is tackled at these three central problems separately. Problem of what to produce actually involves decision of goods as well as services by the producers or economy. Because they have the limitation, they cannot produce whatever they want. Again, there is an important point with this problem, that when producers or economy decide about what to produce, they take two levels of decision. They take two levels of decision here, or I must tell you, two types of problems are tackled here. One, what to produce. Now, producer or economy decides whether to produce consumer goods, whether to produce capital goods. Sometimes they also decide whether to produce peace goods or whether to produce war goods. You might have studied in history that between the First and the Second World War, or the time around the Second World War, one of the largest economy of world in those days, Great Britain, spent 90% of her resources in warfares. That means on the production or purchasing of war goods, avoiding consumer goods. And you all are now knowing that after Second World War, there was decline of British economy. So when we study central problem, we are actually tackling those problems of economy that are serious for economy also, for us also. So firstly, they decide what to produce. I repeat, consumer goods, capital goods, war goods, peace goods. And after taking first decision, they decide how much to produce. At the second level, quantity of goods, quantity in which the goods will be produced is decided. So, this is the first central problem faced by an economy. After facing or after tackling the first central problem, they have to face second central problem, which is how to produce. We will study these things in a sequence, because occurrence of central problem is also in a sequence. After deciding what to produce and in what quantity to produce, they need to tackle the central problem of how to produce. How to produce is the problem which is related to decision making regarding methods of production. Now, every individual producer, every economy, they can have two types of methods of production. Either they will follow labor intensive technique of production, or they will adopt capital intensive technique of production. Let us understand what is labor intensive technique of production. Labor intensive technique of production is that technique or method of production in which more labor is employed at work than capital or technology. And you know that whenever more labor is required, then in what kind of country there is supply of maximum labor, or I should say surplus labor in the market? Obviously, developing countries adopt labor intensive technique because in developing countries this technique is comparatively easily available and cheaply available. Both points should be there. Developing countries follow labor intensive technique because in this country labor is easily available and cheaply available. On the other hand, the second technique, which is capital intensive technique, is that technique of production in which more technology is used. Obviously, when more technology will be used in the production process, minimum will be requirement for labor. So, this technique is usually followed by those countries where technology is easily advanced, easily accessible means advanced technology, and they are cheaply available as well. So when you see the basis of deciding how to produce, what is the main motive of economy or producer? The main motive is to adopt such a technique of production in which ultimate cost of production remains minimum or low. So any producer or any economy will take decision out of the two methods of production on both aspects. They need easy availability as well, and then availability should be at low cost or minimum cost. Again, when once this decision is taken, decision regarding method of production, the third central problem arises, and that is for whom to produce. We have been continuing our unit of economics, and right from beginning we are continuing over certain fundamentals, and some of them are mentioned here, and now we are to conclude it. So see here, after tackling what to produce, how to produce, they have to face the central problem for whom to produce. What kind of problem it is? As it is clear that no producer, no economy can produce enough goods or services to satisfy the wants of all, needs of all. So, they need to take decision here also. Goods should be produced for a particular category of consumer. And what are the two categories of consumer in common? Poor consumer and rich consumer. So when they have to face the problem, or this central problem analyzes the problem of producer or economy, where they take decision that the goods that has been decided to get produced will be produced for what category of consumer. They can decide to produce goods for poor, or they can decide to produce goods for rich. Then you all know, the economy that takes decision to produce goods for poor, obviously they are working for welfare economy. Profit is not their main motive. And though that economy which has taken the decision to produce goods for rich, obviously the producer is aiming at profit. So each and every central problem depicts different categories of choices that individual or economy has to take. And that very choice ultimately is called central problem. Dear students, let me tell you that today we have come to the junction of certain unit from our first chapter of economics. Why I am saying so? Because from introduction to central problem, this we have to study at the start. And the next unit that we will start is the basics of economics, and you will again see how interesting and applicable those basics of economics are. Thank you for the day.